Okay. I'm standing in a parking lot. My car is dead. I'm feeling a little frazzled with the situation. So I'm kind of just zoned out watching her and her square orange acrylic tips, putting the clampy thing on the clampy thing. And she's like, go start your car now. And I zoned out and I was just like, okay, Tanya Harding. This is a weird situation for a couple of reasons. One is that I am a native Oregonian, so I grew up out in the country, spending way too much time with a goat named Lipstick and a horse named Cher. And would watch in our lime green dining room on the bad TV, like when you get a new one, but your dad doesn't want to get rid of the old one, so you have the bad TV. And I would just watch my girl, Connie Chung, talking all day about Nancy and Tanya. And it was such a deal because nobody gave a shit about Portland then. Nobody cared about us. This was like a huge deal to watch this with the incident. And I don't want to go into it. And then like when the laces broke and she fell hard and biffed it and all of it a big deal. Plus I really like shiny shit, so like skating is made for me. Second of all, a big deal because I'm actually working at that moment. I'm the fashion editor for Portland Monthly. We are in the middle of a shoot. My managing editor, Margaret, is obsessed with Tanya, and every like few months for years has emailed her manager trying to get us an interview. It took several years. Finally, the movie I, Tanya is coming out last year, so they say, yes, you can do it. She won't do it in Portland because she fucking hates you guys now. So I now am in communication with the manager because I'm gonna style the shoot, putting it together, who sounds exactly like Ricardo Montalban and sends all of his communication to me in all caps, red Comic Sans. Just letting you know that. This is her manager for like 30 years. So, who offered to have me meet Tanya at the mall where I could buy her some clothes. And I should have taken him up on it. So we are now at an ice skating rink in Washington, not here, because Tanya wants us to watch her skate. So I have spent all morning watching her, and truly it was fucking amazing. It really was. Her loops and her flips, and she's doing all this stuff. So I've just met her. I have complimented her glitter leggings, to which she said, thanks, I got them in the children's department at Walmart. And I was like, perf. Like very fashion editor, like, got it, nailed it. We then walk outside and my car is dead. And I'm like, do you wanna jump me? Also, we just met. And she does. She knows what she's doing, and it's great, breaking the ice. So we zoom off to a country club where the interview part begins, and my job always on a shoot is I'm dressing as everybody, and like I'm a Leo, so I want everyone to feel comfortable and really get in the mood. So I'm going around kind of thing, and I'm like, hey, Tanya, we're gonna have lunch in like an hour and a half. What can I get you to eat? What would you like to order? And she's like, I don't want any food. And I was like, are you sure? You just like worked out, did all that stuff. Do you want anything? Like maybe something to drink? Thinking she might like smoothie or Americano. And she says, screwdriver. And I was like, cool. Just like a lot of pressure on me as shoots and day drinking sometimes causes problem, but also like I'm an imbiber, so I'm not one to judge. But I was like, are you sure you don't want anything else? And she said, screwdriver and some flan. Which, as you know, is the traditional companion to a screwdriver, is flan. So I order the screwdriver and flan, the interview finishes, and I'm like, this is great. We're just gonna like have, she'll have some drinks, we'll get into it. Cut to a short time later, we are sitting in a semicircle together, looking at each other in the eyes, listening to her favorite Kid Rock song. So now we're sitting across from each other, eye to eye. Kid Rock's auto-tune is like, only God knows why. And she's telling me that this song embodies her life, and now we understand each other. She's very impressed that I know some like Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow gossip, and I'm glad for that 1 year I subscribed to In Touch before I felt like a bad person. So now we're bonded, and I can move on to the part of trying to get this shoot to happen where I have this whole concept of putting her behind red curtains, dressing her like an Oscar. And people get weirded out when you're dressing them sometimes, so you have to kind of get them on board with you. And I have a whole rack of these things I pulled from local designers, the ones that would lend to me, not everyone would, and then a bunch of stuff from my vintage archive. So I'm like, try this, and whatever else you want, and go try them on in the bathroom. I'm gonna go get my kit ready, so I get the steamer going and like my sewing kit. And I hear her come out of the bathroom, and I turn around, and somehow Tonya Harding is now wearing my 1996 prom dress. I'm not sure entirely how this happened. It's like gotten in to my vintage archives. I'm having a lot of weird emotions, particularly because I didn't even actually get to go to prom because I went to a church school where dancing leads to sex, so we weren't allowed to have prom, so we just had dinner on a boat, the sternwheeler downtown. And then people went and had sex, because like teenagers. And not even the foreplay of dancing, so when you think about it, rude. And I like just quickly rattle off a group text to my best friends from high school that just says, Tonya Harding's wearing my prom dress, and my best friend's a doctor, and I'm very sure she thought I had a stroke, with no context. Nobody else knows. Emotionally, I can't quite handle it, so I'm like, cool, yeah, that looks so great, but maybe we try the silver, just because I don't think I can deal with all of my life basically coming up in one moment together. I get her into this beautiful liquid silver gown. I have to sew her in. She does demand that I make her a custom bra out of tape. That's a separate issue. I sew her in, we get her up. Now there's a few drinks that have happened, and I don't know about you, but like we all, when we have a few day drinks and no food, get a little wily. It's very similar to when I try and get a good photo of my cat for Instagram, where I'm like, over here, don't go outside. No, come here and look, and over here, and you look so pretty, and just stay there, and nice, rub your belly, we got it, we're good. It's like 3 hours, emotionally exhausting. I feel so good. At the end, she asks me for selfies, which I would never do because professionalism, but obviously I took them. I am so exhausted that I look like that grade school photo that all happens where you smile just like that, and we like hug it out, we leave. The story comes out, then Connie motherfucking Chung sends an email to the magazine that says, saw your piece, love the story, and Tonya has never looked better. Didn't want no one